boy. Thanks for listening to your boy on X Squad Radio and the barbershops all across the world. And with that being said, this is how you know this isn't by mistake. It can be done. It could be done maliciously and as well as a marketing tool, because any publicity is good publicity. With that being said, I see my man, the #1 Chief Rocker Jersey, Vern Master Blaster, Chief Rocker don't drink no cheap vodkas in the building. And my man, Big Mo is in the building. I can't wait to launch his whole new joint. Big Mo in the building. I need y'all to hit follow on those two guys and be great, because we taking over the universe one day at a time, from what I understand. My main man Mo say Big Mo gonna have a show on Sundays. It's going down. It's going down. We taking over the universe. We gonna do the NFL thing. We taking over every day of the week. X Squad domination. They should be old purple jerseys tonight. 18 years since the 76, since a 76 battle. Help me. I don't understand what that means. Help me out, Ron. Help me. But with that being said, back to the NFL, man. Look, for those who were even remotely shocked that Kyler Murray was the #1 pick in the draft, and everybody got upset and up and on, hey man, this dude Josh Rosen is a bum. That's why they got rid of him. It lets me know the only thing you do is read the stat lines and watch the highlights. You don't watch football. You don't know football. You've never played football. Now, with that being said, am I trying to convince you that Josh Rosen is the next Dan Marino? Hell no, I ain't even trying to convince you he's the next John Kitna. But in fairness to a football player, which I used to be, I'm a man that played football. I never was a football player. I'm a man that played football. But being in fairness to a guy who used to play that position and understand how this thing works, Josh Rosen didn't get a fair shot. I want everybody to bust out their calculators and do a little math with me. Math classes in session, holla at your boy. You got 100%. Type in 100 on your calculator. Everybody pay attention. Since everybody love these stats and going over all this nonsense, look at it this way. 40% of the time, Josh Rosen was under duress. That means 4 out of every 10 times he said hike, somebody was on his ass. That means there was a defensive lineman, a linebacker, a safety, or somebody ready, not allowing him to readily do his job. Now, because he's not a very athletic guy, because he is a rookie, subtract another 25% because what we gonna call that is a learning curve. Bam. Now you're down to 35%. 35% of the snaps, and that leaves 35% of the snaps that you're not doing anything. You are just doing your job. Factor in rookie coach, new playbook, and everything else. Bam, you down about 5% of the time. He knew what the hell he was doing. So, CFL draft next Saturday. Damn, thank you, Ron. I ain't know about that, man. You got to call your boy up and tell him about the CFL, because I need to know a little bit more, because I got a little bit of rant that goes into the CFL that's going to help the brothers and others in regards to the National Football League. Now, with that being said, you're talking about, man, 5 or 10% of the time this dude knew what the hell he was doing. That's why he looked so bad. He didn't receive a fair chance. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. That's how. Thank you, Tree. Thank you for saying I have a great show. I think so as well. But, so when people go, he's a bum, that's why they got rid of him, you're overreacting. Let's be honest. Rookies are like deer in the headlights. And if you don't receive the proper tutelage, you will look even worse. Now, you got a rookie coach, a rookie quarterback, and a 1-year stint. Everybody was in disarray. They wrongfully fired his head coach. They put both of them in bad situations. Hopefully, Kyler Murray, the first pick in the draft this year, will get better treatment. Now, what I will do, CFL does hire Americans. Yes, indeed, they do. Yes, indeed. Ron is announcing that if you're a football player, you can go north of the border and be a Saskatchewan Rough Rider. You ain't think I knew that, did you, Ron? You ain't think I knew that. I know you ain't think I knew that, man. I'll let your boy. I'm astute. I am astute. Please represent CFL football was dope. Rocket Ishmael and a bunch of other guys. That my favorite CFL players, Warren Moon. Number 2 is Damian Allen. Didn't think I knew that either, did you, Ron? Yeah, I'm up on this, man. Least favorite is Chris Carter's son. He was whack. He was a jerk ass. But back to this point. Now, Kyler Murray, on the other hand, everybody, we don't know if Kyler Murray was the best quarterback on the board. Me personally, I believe one, Dwayne Haskins was the best. But with that being said, Doug Flutie was your favorite. Okay, that's hey, Doug Flutie in the building, little bitty guy, got it done in the CFL. One of the Doug Flutie's part of my rant, little lady. But it's not that Kyler Murray was the best quarterback in the draft, which I do believe he was at the top, but he was the best for the Arizona Cardinal job. The reason I say that is Cliff Kingsbury runs the air raid or the spread offense, and Kyler Murray comes from the air raid and the spread offense. He had been recruiting this young man since his days as offensive coordinator at Texas A&M. Then he tried to get him to come up to Lubbock, Texas to be a Red Raider. Kyler Murray went to the University of Oklahoma, and the rest is history. I got a caller coming in. Holla at your boy, 2 fingers, 1 word. Holla at your boy. Who is it? Talk to me.
Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room?
The number one. Yes, the number 1 Chief Rocker Jersey, Vern Master Blaster in the building. Holla at your boy, man. Chillin', man.
Oh, shit, man. I said I might as well get this shit over with early in the show because I may be stepping out in another hour, so let me get it over with now.
All right.
I'm quite sure. And what's up, Miss Girly Girl from New Max Radio and your show?
Girly Girl in the building. Much love. Please follow my girl, Girly Girl. Dope music, dope content.
The number 1 question is about my football team, the Giants. Everybody calling us the biggest laughing stock of football. They don't know what they're doing. Bang, bang, bang. But I'm a team person. I'm not a player person, and I'm not a front office type person that always believes in front office. Only time I believed in front office was when we had George Young and Jerry Reed. They worked side by side, and when Young left, Jerry Reed took over. Jerry Reed got 2 Super Bowls. George Young got 2 Super Bowls. So that's 4 Super Bowls out of 5 appearances. We are 5-0 in NFC Championship games, and we are 4-1 Super Bowl. A lot of people out there, teams can't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk about my organization, you say what the fuck you want, but show me some hardware. You know. But yeah, my organization, the last 5 years, especially the last 2 years since we got Gutman, whatever the fuck his name is, he's a New England motherfucker.
Get him.
He should be up there with the Patriots. You know. But anyway, this is where I look at as far as what happened. I don't think he really liked black quarterbacks, so he never liked the Cam.
Okay.
Right? But he didn't draft Cam. Right?
Okay.
Ownership. The Myers and the Tish co-owners of the team.
Okay.
Myers is his football-related part ownership, and Tish is more of merchandise and public relations as far as the Giants. Right? Okay. They sit back and let this clown show come in here and do what the fuck he want to do. The only reason he got Saquon Barkley is because he was the best person in the NFL draft last year. You know, no matter what people said we needed a quarterback last year, he was the best. You know.
Okay.
We got this clown at quarterback that I never wanted. It's like his father and Bogart and being traded to our team on draft day. You know. And you know we went for the Bobo, but he won. He didn't win by himself. He was on a team that won 2 Super Bowls. He played clutch playoff games coming down the line because he took some punishment. And we played good teams to get to the Super Bowl both those years. Teams like AKA Dallas, teams like AKA the 49ers, teams like AKA, let me see who else was good back then. Because we weren't that many teams that good. You know, that made the playoffs. But we went through the bitches. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is my thing, right? We fucked up, number 1. We let a brother go that was born and raised in New Jersey.
Right.
Wanted to play there. You know, he went to my college football team, and I feel kind of bad for him because that's how us Ohio State players do. We stick around among one another, even though we're not cheering for the same NFL teams or if they're on a different team than my team. we still cheer for one another and be in one another's corner.
Okay.
I felt bad for him, man. If you could have been here and seen the look on my face when this goddamn man over there in one of them other countries, the United States Army, man, called out this goddamn quarterback name, man. If you would have seen a look on my face, you would have been like, God damn, Chief, don't catch your heart attack. But I was totally done, pissed, and ready to whoop some ass at the same fucking time. You know?
Okay, so, Chief, let me talk you off the ledge. Can y'all hear Chief now? Because the meter's saying he's loud and clear, but I'm hoping that everybody else can hear you. If you can't hear Chief, what Chief is saying, he is rooting for his organization. His organization is a quality organization, and no matter what, he's gonna root for his team. And if you got anything to say about the Giants, show them what you got. Otherwise, shut the hell up. Is that better? Is that what you're saying, Chief?
That's right.
Okay.
True and true.
First and foremost, I want to say what's up to my girl, Miss Unique Chicago in the building. Now, Chief, I'm going to talk you off the edge, bro. I'm about to talk you off the edge. Okay. Now, I do not agree with this quarterback that they picked, first and foremost. The first edge I'm going to talk you off of is the Ohio State edge. Now, if you think the coach, I've heard you diss this coach on several occasions that he don't know what the hell he's doing. So if this coach does not know what the hell he's doing, your guy from Ohio State did himself a service. I mean, they did him a favor by not picking him. I don't like Jay Gruden either. But he does know how to coach a quarterback. He's put some quarterbacks who are less than talented in good situations. So, if you got a dude who is talented, he may be able to coach him up, and that's something I think he will do. Second, he comes from a pro-style offense. He throws blindly. And if people in the chat room don't know what throwing blind is, you throw to a spot, not to a receiver. And if he was hitting them fast guys at Ohio State, there was a track team last year, in stride, making them score 50 touchdowns through the air. That means he can come to the NFL and throw blind and execute Jay Gruden's offense. Third thing, Doug Williams is the dude pulling the trigger there. Doug Williams, you draft people draft people who they are familiar with and things that they're comfortable with. Doug Williams picked him because he probably reminds Doug Williams of himself. Let's not forget last year, they drafted Geis out of LSU, which means there's going to be a whole lot of pressure taken off him. They got AP, and they got the young boy from Stanford drafted today. That means it's going to be a decent running game, a whole lot of pressure taken off him. If they can get some weapons, what they'll do is duplicate what the Dallas Cowboys did. Let a dude who's really talented learn, do Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers did. Let a dude who's really talented operate a system that he's comfortable in. They'll identify the plays that he executes the best, and he would be in an advantageous situation going forward. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to use the exact same situation with that to talk you off the Giants' ledge. Even though you don't like Gettleman, even though you don't like the head coach, and Eli's washed, understand they wanted to keep Eli at least one more year because they took a salary cap hit. And since they went out there on that ledge and said, Eli ain't finished. But you know what? Here's proof positive that they know Eli Manning is finished. They didn't sign him to an extension. Phillip Rivers got an extension a couple years ago. Ben Roethlisberger got an extension a couple days ago. And Eli Manning is playing in the last year of his deal. When you playing in the last year of your deal, and people talking about you got 2 or 3 more years, if they had 2 or 3 more years, they'd have signed his ass for 2 or 3 more years. They got him to help groom this dude who's a borderline scrub, but he knows how to. He came through the Eli Manning camp, the Manning camp. He's been coached by the dude who Eli Manning was coached by. He's coached by the dude that Peyton Manning was coached by. So he knows what they're going to do. And again, it goes to familiarity. Your man Gettleman comes from the Gil Brandt school of drafting. That means we got a quarterback